Apart, you don't have to listen. But since I feel no one has to be indicted, and you don't get to decode it how you want. It's how I'm saying it. I tell you, I would say let's stop the decoding, but we don't have to. There's one thing the digital transition did. It did allow, in a sense, time to be frozen. Because all you have to do is, and that since everything we ever have done on the internet has been stored, every little search, and all you got to do is, and you got to, all you have to have is, just, like I said, the demons are on the internet per se. All you have to have them entice you to sequence or like pull up old material and sequence in a way. And sincerely, as you the message you might be sending has been has an underlying message. You're being prompted to use old material, old information to send a message maybe you weren't necessarily intending. So I guess I've been prompted to speak since I feel like I've been being told to shut up. I just let the locust speak. Where are you, locust? Whatever. Again, what would it profit a man? What would it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his own soul? I said man that time because I'm a man. Sorry, but what would it? This applies to me. So I would say to y'all, what would it profit one to gain the whole world and lose their own soul? What would it profit one for the mountain to move, for the matrix to flex to its will? What would it profit one to have their own, because that's what they've been told, that we're having our own separate realities where we're going to play with the residuals of others. Yeah, that's one of the few things that, it's some of the people that Devin befriended or aligned with, and then he wouldn't, and Aphrodite's telling me he wouldn't align with her or promote her, and I'm like, yeah, that don't add up. That don't make sense, because you got some shields that you just align with, just act like, like your brain shut off. Like whatever you were doing, Devin, Hermes, Trifectus, whatever motherfucker, Magi, Lombard, you align with some people. I don't know many of them, but just the few that I caught on to. That's how pretty much I know everyone is through comments. Through I'd call them the comment section, and I would I'd go subscribe for a second. I don't know where I met Daniel, but Daniel the Lion, and I know that's where I saw Aphrodite. That's how got linked up with and I'm sorry to I'm just, like I said, you ain't gotta listen to my journal, but that's what was good. So, but some of those people, like there was some idiot, talking about we're just code and like that's it. There's no love. There's nothing that matters. There's love don't exist. Well, if love don't exist, then I can't. I get to be deleted. Y'all ain't keep me trapped me every damn. That's my decision, and ain't nothing anyone gonna do about it. Love don't exist, then I don't. Pretty much simple. I'm not some guy. I'm not gonna. And actually, was telling we're gonna be code. We're gonna be residual code that individualities are gonna play with, and their own separate realities. That's not a plan. I ain't having that. That ain't that. No, not me. You think just you do the arrogance of that, you're just gonna have some residual code of me, where my conscience isn't even there, and you're just gonna play with me, or what I'm saying? Like I don't know what she was saying. I've heard the most ridiculous shit. I've been told that you can't speak the truth out here because this is where lies got to be, and the truth is elsewhere. Wow. Okay, you're telling me. Wow. Where did we get that ancient practice? Since time's only been around for a few thousand years, where did we? And it was born out of fear. Where did we get this practice? Where did we get this assumption? So I don't know. All civil rights movements. All change. What was the big? What was that truth though Rosa Parks spoke? No. Rosa Parks, no. I mean, you know. So when did there become a moratorium or whatever on speaking the truth? I don't know what y'all are doing. Y'all telling me if you want me to shut up, you best not tell me to shut up. So I assume if, you know, and I'm not, you know, you ain't got to take this personally and all of that, you know, but like, I heard some shit last night in a video and I ain't gonna, it just didn't make sense. It's like, why are you telling an actor in the scheme of the, you know, I mean, why are you telling it why is it okay for the actors, the liars, to keep speaking and lie all they want? But someone trying to speak the truth is demanded to shut up out of fear of what? You talking about pussy? What kind of pussy ass perspective is that? I mean, you know, not pussy. What kind of pussy? What kind of, you know, what kind of little pussy perspective is that, man? Huh? What is that? So I'm just saying, you know, like, don't waste my time either. If you want me to shut up, you best not tell me to shut up. I mean, I mean, Rosa Parks wasn't told to shut up, but you know, and she didn't have to speak. She just didn't have to. She didn't, you know. I assume she said no, but she said no by her actions. And like I've come to find out, you know, it's like her feet weren't hurting and she wasn't overly tired. It wasn't she just, you know, usual exhaustion from you know, her day at work, but and she was sitting back. She wasn't sitting at the front. She was sitting in her section, but when the whites overcrowded her section, and I hope I tell this right, but you know, she was sitting like in the middle of the bus. She was, you know, and I think it's sitting in you know, the middle of the bus. So who cares about sections? And so an extra white person got on, and she was told to, you know, like, we'll move back or stand. I think she's told to stand up, and she's, you know, and she didn't know that it was going to change the world. She had no idea. That's not why, you know, she did it. I don't, let's you know, let's pray, you know what I'm saying? Let's praise and honor Miss Rosa Parks for just like, hey, not today. Not today. And, you know, not today. You know, there was no, and she didn't wake up that morning knowing like, oh, guess what? I'm gonna go change the world today. I'm Rosa motherfucking Parks, and I'm changing the world today. No, nothing like that at all. She just like, something just like, you know, it was the right circumstances, of the certain context, and she's been prompted, you know, and that's the thing, she wasn't at the front. Like, if she was at the front of the bus, she probably would have moved back to the other section. But, she, you know, she was so neutral. She was so neutral. Such a soft-spoken woman. Such a pleasant woman. So neutral. And still, some goddamn male Caucasian, and I think the Caucasian male was, you know, I'm male Caucasian, motherfucker. I'll talk about us. I'll talk about us all the fuck I want to. Some Caucasian male, like, you know, got on the bus, and, you know, and it's a woman. I mean, so there's a male telling a woman to stand up. I'm Caucasian male, and you're not tired. You don't matter. And, you know, it's a male-female thing. You know what I'm saying? Asking a woman to stand up while you sit down. Go by another male. Like, So, you know, and like I said, you know, I know I've said things on me. Like, I don't mean no offense to King. It's like, that's why, you know, truth is a frequency. That sounds right, Devin. That sounds right. Like, I can't listen to, like, King, I don't mean you no harm, dude, but you talk to me like an idiot. Martin Luther King talks to me like a damn idiot. You're speaking in a rhetoric tone. So whether the information, the words, the data is rhetoric or not, you're speaking to me in a rhetoric tone. I don't know what that Baptist talk singing thing is like, because it's neither singing nor talking. It's some distorted, you know, abomination. You know, in between the two. It's, I don't know where that developed. It's an attempt at control. So no matter how great Dr. King was, and I feel bad because even Rosa Parks honors the Dr. King, but no, Martin Luther King was no Julius Erving, not in the least. And I'm talking about, because that's Julius Erving should have led the movement, but he led his own movement. After Rosa Parks established, he carried the torch voluntarily. He said, well, I'm just gonna now that we've progressed so bit, I'm gonna show all children how to behave, or this is how you speak. This is class. This is the respectful way you behave around all. And so, I'm tired of feeling guilty. It's like, shit matters. Like, that's one thing. I hate to be at odds with Daniel the Lion. We're like, well, man, you're the only person I know that we resonates with, like, the importance of an isolated variable. The realization of the flat Earth, meaning the enclosed, to me, it's like the enclosed biosphere is more important than the shape of the Earth. The enclosed biosphere is literally saved my life. I could not be here. With all the shit, I would not have made it. Would not have made it. And then you got guru after douche after douche, scoffing at what saved your life or what allows you to be here this moment. And I mean literally, the ones I mentioned, like spending all my money. Nah, I just had to reinterpret that. Sorry, that didn't save my life. 12/21/19, hey, holding on for that magical date, that didn't save my life. It allowed me to hang on and destroy myself further. And that was the problem with it. Like, it let me push it to the brink, like, unnecessarily. And that's why I have a problem with old Devin. Sorry, I named him again, didn't I? Do not name the archons the demons. Sorry. I retract that. Said entity, or the information that this is real. That was a problem, and not any of his responsibility, but what kept me hanging on, allowed me to gamble with my avatar's continuation within the realm. So I don't know. That's what I mean. This moratorium or whatever. This ban on speaking the truth and not being able to speak direct, simple word, truth, while the predators talk code right in front of and right in public to children and to kidnap them. I'm extremely late to game of this code sex talk because I don't understand sex talk. What are y'all talking about sex for? What are y'all doing? Why are you talking about sex? You not think about it enough? And like, damn, I was very slow to what was going on with, like, the predators have, like, they've established a code of colloquial, of sex talk, which you can literally do right in front of a parent's face you want to, certainly online. And when I tell you I'm watching videos that are dated 4 years ago, and I know they're live, like I see too many reactions on the screen. I'm there looking at a TV screen, and there's an entity like doing things that, like, the correlations just get too high, mathematically impossible that this is not real time. And then he claims it's time dilation or something, and it might be, who cares? But if there's no such thing as time, then you get what I'm saying. If you keep letting everyone else tell you how things are, how reality is, it's a simulation. Well, if it's a simulation, okay, there's a limit to that. Those, especially I would say, my left foot, those born into bodies that don't work, there's something nefarious about that. If you're born and you're just sitting there, you're already sitting still. They say our bodies are sleeping in the halls of Amenti. Well, why would you leave a body that's sitting still where you're conscious? Why would you shift your consciousness from an immovable body to a body that doesn't work? That doesn't make any. You're saying there's something nefarious there. Why would you shift your consciousness? You're shifting. Okay, my body, my original body, or what is here somewhere else. I'm going to shift my consciousness to a body that cannot mobilize itself. Its arms and legs do not function, or they're absent. And the gray, like I've said, the gray matter of the brain is for locomotion. The mass of the brain, like the majority, the mass of the brain is for moving the body. So it does. So if it's a simulation, why don't you just decode? If you lose a limb, why wouldn't you just code it back? Meaning, when the conditions get too extreme, if this is a simulation, if it's code, you would just simply code what was lost back. Because horror is not required for growth. Maybe suffering is. But horror, it doesn't add up. I'm not saying this is not a simulation, but I'm telling you, it doesn't add up. What the internet is claiming. The internet is, so maybe that's why the internet had to, I had to be shown what's actually going on the internet, so I can remind y'all, yeah, look, this is probably what's happened to the children. And listen to me, seriously. If a child clicks on a video on YouTube, TikTok, or wherever, and it ain't got to be, it's just got to be the predators. And all they got to do is have a title dated yesterday, the day before, 4 years ago, whatever. And they're actually watching the child real time in their room through these black mirrors we call TVs and phones we hold. Laptops, but mostly phones and TVs, and most of it's phone. But our children now carry their black mirror. They carry, I'm saying, what, perpetually demonic access. And I'm not supposed to say this because they're supposed to fear who's doing this. They'll have to be faced at some point. I don't know what's going on, and you're gonna complain about me because I don't know what's going on. Really? You're going to have the audacity to complain about someone that don't know what the fuck's going on after I fucking tell you? I don't know do I love humans? I don't know. I don't know what humans are. I mean, I've been trying to figure that out for 53 years now. I don't know. I mean, I do not understand what they're doing. I don't understand why they do what they do. And I certainly don't assume because they're doing something, it's because they want to. And that's one thing I did expect that applied to me. What you assume, you see me do something, you think that's because I want to? Why would you see behavior in a prison and assume that's what behavior would be outside of a prison, in another context? That's retarded. I mean, I don't know. Like when I see my sister doing, I assume she's in her profession because she's a healer, so she chose a profession that matches it here. But when I see her after work on a laptop doing red tape, doing barely senseless shit, just stuff that has nothing to do with healing. I don't assume that's what she wants to do whatsoever. So I'm sorry I assume that. I don't look at people and assume, well, that's what they're doing, because I view them as in a prison. So I just like, well, that's prison behavior. I don't know what someone would do outside of prison. No, I'm sorry, is this not a prison? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it certainly looks like a prison to me. I mean, what part? I mean, if this is simulation, why is it so unelaborate? This is fractal redundancy posing its complexity, and so we couldn't do no better than this in the simulation. The tree. I mean, I'm gonna say the tree. There's no thought there at all. It's a code replicated. Like there's no there's no God, and there's no something that designed the tree. Like this needs to branch over here, and this will look good. And no, of course it's reaching for sunlight, but it doesn't on a fractal redundant pattern. The tree. That's all it is. It's a code. Like you have one hair on your head because it's a code. It's redundantly replicated. You've seen the Mandelbrot set and that guy. Fractal geometry. All of it was started by just laying triangles on top of each other. Some guy wanted to do an airplane advertisement, and he needed mountains. So he started laying different sized triangles over top of each other until they formed the appearance of a mountain. And now look where it takes us. Look, that's where all CGI started from. And what it is, it's redundant. It's a redundant fractal, This ain't good or bad. This is just like it's not dynamic nor elaborate. So what I see here in the realm is, fractal redundancy posing as complexity. Is that the case? I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know. But this shit about lies can be spoken perpetually and truth can't. You're gonna have to come like rip my throat out if you want that to happen.